The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Players Lounge time. Let's ride. It is Wednesday, work day here at the Star in Frisco. We are at the SWBC Podcast Studios. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Hek'ma Harrison is here. Barry Church is here.
Yes,
I am
sir.
Newy Scruggs. Lots of work to do here. Who's going to play? That's really going to be what for both teams in this football game. Like who's available?
That's it.
Who's playing?
Who's suiting up? Offense. Do we got any word defensively? Is the bazooka going to suit up this week? I know Tank out for a while. Bazooka going to suit up?
Man, that's
Bland?
right.
Carson? Is Carson making a comeback? Secondary full strength? Who knows?
It's hurt versus hurt.
That's what it is.
It's hurt versus hurt.
Hurt on hurt.
Yeah. This is a matchup. I'll tell you what, it's more about who's not playing than who is at this point. I mean, that's the marquee thing. And it sucks that you have a matchup like this and you don't have all of the players to have a primetime game like this. I mean, that's the one thing about this that really is like, it sucks. It sucks. You know, the Dallas Cowboys definitely don't have all of their weapons on defense. If you go into this game, for me, I think the one key guy that I'm looking at this injury report to see if he starts practicing by tomorrow. I'm looking for tomorrow. Okay, is Kendricks.
That's a big one.
You know, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I just think that when you go up against the Shanahan offense, you're going to need the captain or the guy that gets everybody lined up, ready to go, because they hit you with so many different things, as you've seen on film already, that if you're not prepared for it and guys are not lined up, man, you could get outflanked in a hurry.
And that's what he does. He plays with defenders' eyes out there. And that's why you need a veteran guy like Kendricks. I think, what is he, year 11, year 12, who's seen pretty much every offensive scheme there is out there. All right. And you got to have a guy like that can calm your defense down. When things start going awry, when people may be hitting the wrong gaps or they're, play action and people aren't having contain on Purdy, this is a guy that can control things and make sure everybody's in the right place at the right time. Because you just talked about what Shanahan loves to do. He has so many different variations of the same exact run. It could be a power going straight, right at the C gap, D gap, whatever the case may be. But he pulls so many different linemen. One time he'll pull guard. One time he might have the center pull. And it's just playing with your eyes. That's why you got to have that guy back there that can calm everything down, make sure everybody's reading their keys and reacting well. And that's why Kendricks, to me, I talked about it before the season. That's the quarterback. Yeah. If he can be durable out there, this defense has a chance. But to me, not only him being healthy out there, I would love to see these corners. I would love to see these corners be able to go out there and give it 100%. I'm talking about Bland. I'm talking about Carson out there. Because if you can get those guys out there that can lock up on the outside, that allows you to bring an extra guy down into that box to help against the run. We know the run is the weakness of this defense so far this season. And if you got guys that can lock down on the outside, you got a better chance out there. We know what Diggs can bring to the table. If Bland can be 75% of what he was last year, that's good enough for me. Carson, he's shown the ability that he can do things as well. And Jordan Lewis is locking down the slot. To me, it's that linebacker spot and those corners that are necessary for this defense to be successful.
When you look at San Francisco on tape, the one thing that I think is blaring as, like, you bring up an important point. They can go 22, they can go 12, they can go 10, but they're running the same thing.
Just
same thing.
Slight variations.
And you were talking about it yesterday, just a little bit of the tendencies that certain teams have. I don't see tendencies with this team where they tip their hat to one thing over another. And the one thing that I see that from just evaluating what Kansas City did was their safety play was imperative to what, and that's why I couldn't wait to have this conversation. Like, how do you, for guys in your secondary, Hooker and Wilson, how important is it for those guys? Because when they line up, when they bring out 22 and you have so many guys at the line of scrimmage, once you get past that first line, it's pretty much open after that.
It's pretty much open, like you said. And also what they were able to do at that safety spot, and I noticed this watching the Kansas City game, is even that middle of the field safety, you're always taught to be, the last line of defense. As deep as the deepest. But if you watch that game and what Eric Reed was able to do, even when they ran those bootlegs and even when, Purdy had time in the pocket, he was never as deep as the deepest. He was jumping a lot of stuff out there. All those overs from Kittle, all those overs from those wide receivers, he was jumping them because, in my opinion, they said, look, we haven't seen you on tape. You just unleash a deep post out there. We haven't seen it. So if you do and beat us, hey, we'll tip the cap to you. But I'm jumping this stuff. And that's exactly what they were able to do. They were able to make in between the numbers very muddy for Purdy out there. And he wasn't able to accurately, pinpoint that pass. And that was allowing those safeties to jump it. Now, here with the Cowboys, do we see them having that ability to jump it? I hope so. Somebody got to make a play out there because you saw those safeties, you saw those corners out there. They were jumping and sitting on everything. They didn't believe Purdy was going to be able to stretch the football down the field the way he was able to maybe last year. And also what I saw was those defensive ends for the Kansas City Chiefs, they kept him in there. They kept him in that pocket. Even on those bootlegs, he wasn't able to extend it and kind of sit on the outside for a while. He had to pull up. Yeah. He had to pull up and unleash that ball, and that's what those guys were able to do. It's a rules game for me. You got to read your keys. You got to be on your rules. If you got to contain, you got to contain, especially in a game like this.
Talk about the corners for the Cowboys. The receiving corps for the 49ers is
devastated.
It's in bad shape.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's in bad shape. I mean, Brandon Ayuk's out for the year. Deebo Samuel, last we saw he was in the hospital, so we know what his status is. But even if come out the hospital.
Yeah, what can you get?
Yeah, he was. I got a report he was out of the hospital today.
Okay,
that's good.
Yeah, out of the hospital, and it's how much
right?
Pneumonia. Yeah.
Out of the hospital on the field is a different thing. Yeah, of course.
Yes, on the field and then on the field effective.
Yeah,
that's a two steps. Hey, we saw Mike Evans go play Monday night. Didn't finish the game. So that's a whole different league. Playing is one thing, playing effectively is another. Mike got a touchdown in the game, but couldn't finish it at the end. And now with Godwin out, Tampa Bay's got some issues here. So at the wide receiver spot. So that's my only thing with the 49. Who's available and who's available to play at a high level. So our thoughts on the corners may not be as big as initially thought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely not what we thought going into the year. And speaking of corners, somebody has to make a tackle when the tackle presents itself. Okay.
That's what he gonna do too. Shanahan gonna be like, hey, I want to see if that man over there can tackle.
You remember that Kittle Kittle did?
Well, you may not have to worry about Kittle.
He on the fence too.
Yeah, you may have to worry about Kittle, and he is one of those guys that is, as it relates to their offense, that is, man, like the straw that stirs a drink. Him and your boy Juszczyk. Baby L Boogie, big L Boogie,
Big Boogie,
big Boogie.
We'll see. I don't know how long he'll go.
I mean, but as far as the wide receivers that you're talking about, Ricky Pearsall, about Jacob Cowing, and Ronnie Bell, Ricky and Mike.
Is Jawan Jennings back yet, or is he still out?
Who's that?
Jawan Jennings for number 15.
Don't see him. No, Jawan Jennings, yes, he's questionable though.
Oh, he's still questionable.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He is questionable. But the one thing that they do as a wide receiving core is they block really well. Yeah. I mean, they are in your face, and so there are going to be some challenges. But to me, I think Jay Lou is, because Jay Lou will be closer to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Obviously, I think Jay Lou has to have a fantastic game, not only in coverage but also tackling. He's going to be, because they try and capture those edges. They're going to be coming downhill at him, and I think the West Coast offense presents so many quick passes, and that's why Kansas City was jumping it. They like, we don't believe in you.
We don't believe that stuff.
You need more people. We know if you're going to try and get over the top, we'll wait on that. And he wasn't stepping up in the pocket. Oh, by the way, because they got big number 95 in that way. And so Chris Jones is going to disrupt any of that. Yeah. So, I mean, do we have that? No. But that's what I'm saying. You need guys like Eric Kendricks to be in this game. You need your linebackers specifically as well, man. If Zim is going to bring any blitzes, anything like that to present pressure, to shut down some of these running lanes, man, this is the game that's going to be very important for the Dallas Cowboys defense, because getting a win versus San Francisco in their running scheme should give these guys some confidence.
He's got to unleash Overshown, in my opinion. He's got to let that guy. To me, Overshown's not a linebacker that's going to sit there, let me read my keys, pat, okay, react. he's a guy that you got to get him going downhill from the jump. You got to get him involved in the game early. The games we saw where he took off and he was one of them big-time players was when he was active from the very beginning of the game. Coming downhill, stopping the run, stopping passes in the open field. You got to get him involved early and often. And to me, I would use him, especially if the bazooka's not able to roll, as one of those chess pieces. Don't just have him stagnant at that second level. Line him up on the edge a little bit. Let him come off the edge a little bit. Let him blitz in that set over that center. Give him a two-way go. Let him see if he can isolate that center and get one-on-one with him out there. I know he's not the biggest guy, but he is fast and he has speed. You got to use him, to me, as a chess piece out there.
Like Micah.
Exactly. Okay. Line him up on the outside, fake the blitz. Do what you got to do, but use that man as a chess piece. I think he has some unique qualities that can help this defense along the way.
I'm not calling him this player, but when you talk about Overshown, and I think of an active linebacker, one of the best we ever saw was active Junior Seau. Junior just was an active guy out there, and just and obviously Junior's bigger.
Hell yeah!
But Overshown just reminds me of just a guy. Junior was just always ready to go, ready to play, and talking to Overshown and watching him play. He just, it's like he was a perfect guy who could have gone to Junior Seau's camp and just all right, got that juice and that energy.
That's
to go
a
out there and
crazy
play.
comp. That is, because one of the best linebackers to ever play the game, really, like just his energy on the field that you're talking about, and just a downhill tackler, period. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like, damn, that's a comp.
Yeah, Junior, you wanted the best. He wasn't just sitting there. It was a boom, get him going. That was his thing. He was smart, and obviously Overshown is too, and had athletic abilities. Different players, but just that kind of guy, that kind of, eventually. Your hope is that a guy like Overshown can become a leader on the defense.
Oh, 100%.
That's the kind of guy, as he becomes a veteran, like, hey, man, look, follow this dude right here. That early on, that's what it seems like. We'll see where it goes here and where it goes from. But
to me, it's that energy. It's like you see it happen. And it reminds me of a guy I played with in Jacksonville named Telvin Smith. He was an undersized linebacker, but he was extremely fast. It's very similar to Overshown. But when he was able to get active early, get those TFLs, get a big hit, it just energized the whole defense. Like, he'll get up and he's very animated with his, after his reactions and all that. And it just got everybody just juiced up and ready to roll. Whether people were half asleep out there, walking on the field, whatever the case may be. Once you saw him get that hit, let's go. He's cussing everybody. It just got that energy, everything flowing. And football's all about momentum. And if you can get a guy that can juice up that defense the way I believe he can, it could take off. It could.
Crazy part about what you're describing about Overshown is that's what he did at the University of Texas. Like, he was a guy that played on the outside too. Yeah. So it's not like it's not in his wheelhouse to be presented as that kind of player. Yeah, but they need that. You go back to that Detroit tape, they had zero energy. No juice. No juice.
Who's the leader?
And they were searching for one, and you would have expected for some of your guys maybe in the secondary to galvanize. But I think once they saw that you laying down, all right, we're gonna go ahead and
it's over with today.
In my knapsack.
That's a really good question to ask yourself right now. With Lawrence out, Parsons been missing time. Who is the leader of the defense?
Yeah, and I think. And Church, you could definitely speak to this more than anybody. It's like, to me, I think leadership is not just talking it.
Oh yeah.
You could be the rah guy. The dudes in the locker room hit the head up against the wall and go out there and get blasted.
And then you looking like, man, what type of day is this? Take the whole speech out of it. We're just like, you just had us all hyped, and you come out here and get ran through.
Yeah, foul drive.
So who's that guy right now?
Even when this team was fully healthy, who was the guy? Because we saw it. We saw it happening when things weren't going the way this team wanted things to go. We saw a lot of finger pointing. We saw a lot of guys on, having conversations on the sideline that weren't the most positive conversations. Yeah. And so it's like, man, who's going to be that guy that's going to step up for him?
So you're telling me there's nobody right now?
I can't see it. I don't know if y'all can, but I can't.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to base leadership off of talking and getting the guys hyped before the game. I'm gonna base it off of production on the field, and I didn't see that. I didn't see that unquestioned guy that no matter what, 3rd and 1, he's gonna make something. She's gonna shake something, make something happen. He's gonna get a tackle for you. I didn't see that at all.
Even when he's not making the play, he's somebody else is tackling. He's right next to him. Man, great job, like hype him up. Like Roquan Smith, you see him over there with Baltimore. Roquan Smith. If he's not involved in the tackle, he's near it and he's hyping that team up, getting them going. I just haven't seen it with this team.
And the answer is nobody.
Nobody.
There it is. There it is. It's nobody. It's nobody. Well.
Don't hit the key sweat on my boys like that, dog. Don't do that. Early in the season, then you're dealing with injuries also, and I'm not trying to give them
just
an
one
out.
of them things.
It's
just one of them things.
We may be young and we're not ready. That's what it is. I mean, but even before the injuries, you just. Like you said, man, you didn't see it. It's one of those things that I'm hoping for Micah Parsons when he gets back. Sometimes, man, being able to sit on the sideline and observe what a team needs, man, he can be that piece when he gets back. Because he clearly is that he's seen the disaster.
Yeah.
Something ain't right. Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church, I'm Newy Scruggs are right back after the break here on the Players Lounge by Aristocrat Game.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboys Nation. Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is now exclusively in the Dallas Cowboy app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to all new Cowboy drop features, team news, and pre-sale access, and fan and kid of the game. Download the app now to join.
Thank you, Hek'ma Harrison. We are rolling right here on the Players Lounge. Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, I'm Newy Scruggs. The 49ers have won 3 in a row against the Cowboys. That includes the playoffs. Cowboys going back to Santa Clara. Last year they were out there. I was there. I was watching the Ranger game, and that was about the only good thing for Dallas-Fort Worth that night.
It was ugly.
The Rangers won in Baltimore.
It was ugly, bro. That was bad. That was bad news.
Ooh. By the way, if you are going out to Santa Clara Levi Stadium, get there early. One of the toughest stadiums to get into. It is.
Why?
It's next to their version of Six Flags out there, and it's a bunch of business parks around it. So it's just a challenge. It's a challenge to get out there. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna go and get there early. Whatever you normally do, I would say add 45 minutes onto it because it's a challenge up there.
What's the eating spot? Yeah, what's the eating spot?
Honestly, it's San Francisco, so you're just really not going wrong.
Yeah.
They just got some good eats out there.
Right. In San Francisco, you're just not really going wrong. And then, I miss going to Oakland, personally. I loved going to Oakland.
Who don't love going to Oakland?
Oakland was fun.
I don't miss that stadium, though. I played in that. Was that three sticks or candlesticks or whatever it was called?
No. That was the Oakland. That was the old Oakland Alameda Coliseum.
I thought they shared a stadium at one point.
No. Oakland was over there. I was over there in the East Bay.
The Raiders.
That's the one with the dirt, right? It's like, oh man, I hated playing
the black hole.
Yeah.
Black hole. All the weeds.
You talking about sand jumping in your face, man. I hated playing. Oh, I hated playing there with a passion. That was oh my god.
I'm glad teams have gotten away from that, man. It took years for teams to get away from having the baseball diamond in the field. That was good for everybody.
Multi-purpose stadium.
That sucked.
A multi-purpose stadium. So nobody's there now. So the A's have left. The Raiders have left. The Warriors have left. There's nothing there. So it's just going up. But San Fran is, man, we stay out at this hotel by the airport, and there's a little seafood place you can just walk to, man. So we just get out there and walk to it. Get a little lobster roll, and the San Francisco price. That's the problem right there. I ask you, what's your budget? Because they
you ain't lying about that.
They tag you up in San Fran.
You ain't lying about that.
And then the crime too, man. I mean,
you seen Ricky out there?
I mean, bro, I'm more worried. Right now, all the cities we go to, that's the one I'm worried the most. Will the car be there when we get back?
Not the car.
Dude, the car?
Sitting on bricks.
The car gone.
So 2 years ago, when we went out there for the NBA, it was Western Conference Finals, they literally, the news director from the NBC in San Francisco, hey, man, tell your people, watch out for your car, make sure you look out for each other. They got news crews out there getting robbed out there in the Bay Area. Straight up stuck up. And then one guy we knew who went to work out there, he talked about, got shot at.
Oh, man.
So we out there in the Bay Area looking around,
Keep your
getting
head
there
on
early.
a swivel, man.
Right. So right now, that's of the places we go to, that's the one I'm worried the most. It's problematic. So where am I gonna go? Debating. I got some spots.
You going out there this week? You going out there this weekend? Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why. Oh yeah.
Schedule come out. They already knew. The certain games you're not getting. You're not getting anything in California, and you're not getting anything in North Carolina.
His stomping ground. He got to go back.
Now every now and then I throw one at the homeboy because he's from LA, but
And not San Fran.
I got to look to see if I want to do it or not. But he already knows San Fran is out.
What was the game you threw away this year? Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, do me a favor. Don't do me no favors. Newy. He already checked the flights. Oh, not getting out till Wednesday. Not going to do it.
You want Pittsburgh?
Go ahead, there you go.
Remember, the flight wasn't booked. And so when I went back, it had me going over the river and through the homeboy probably told me, I think he said he took him like 16 hours to get home. Because he had a delay, had to go here, there. So yeah, man, there was issues.
But then he missed out.
But hey, and then it was an hour and a half delay. But he saw a win. He saw a dub. He saw a dub.
Hopefully you will.
And he wanted to go. So I think I'm undefeated right now. Yeah, I'm undefeated on the road. The Cowboys. I've been 2 games. They ain't lost.
Hey,
all right. Well, who knew that was a secret sauce?
Take him back to Santa Clara, man.
I told you, man. Right now, I'm about to go against the sheet of integrity Hek'ma this week. I'm about to take that.
I'm not going for that.
He's going with it.
I can't go for that.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going for that.
Hey,
I'm not going for that.
Integrity, man. Sheet of integrity.
That's not going to be That's not going to be the story of the week, man. We keep on.
Trying to tell you, man.
All right. It's Wednesday. You still got a long way to go, Newy. You got a long way. It's Wednesday. I already know.
I'm going to tell you right. Put it down.
Is it pen?
I'm going to put a dub on it. Right now. There you go. It's Wednesday. How about that, Heck?
That's
2 more days. I'm going right now.
That's early in the game.
I don't know. You're tricky, boy. You're a slippery one, boy.
That's what they talk about. I'm going to wait till.
Yeah, now you slippery.
Brother.
Some point in time, guys got to stand up and say,
wait a minute, bro. You ain't got. Check his on.
Check it
out.
I don't see the hope.
Somebody got to go in the locker room, take off their hat, throw it up in there. Throw their hat up in there. Somebody bring a folding chair out there when they bring their boombox. And have a San Francisco brawl, okay? Go have you a San Francisco brawl on Sunday night.
Got to make a fight.
Aquaman, somebody swim across the bay and stand up for the Cowboys. Somebody in that locker room do something this week, okay? Do something. So you don't get dogged and talked about on national TV. Okay? Don't do that. This is the time. If you're not gonna beat these dudes now. When are you gonna beat
That
them?
ain't gonna happen. If you don't beat them this time,
They're gonna be your boogie. They're gonna be the boogeyman in your head.
They already are.
They done got your heart. If they
They
don't do this.
already are the boogeyman in your head.
Now this is it. Hek'ma, this is the check. This is it.
So your confidence level goes up because of who's not playing. That's what it is. You're not basing that off of the fact that because if they were going for it, no, I'm not going with me.
When we had the sheet of integrity at that time, we thought everybody.
We did think
it. Wait a minute. To quote Bill Belichick, it's not who you play, it's when you play.
Yes, sir.
So now you get
That's
it.
good. I like it.
You know, dudes, Debo, Ayuk out,
Kittle,
foot
McCaffrey
not gonna be here.
You know,
like I said, if not now, when? That's why I say somebody throw up the hat. Get the folding chair. Come on out there. Aquaman, swim across the water. Get this done.
Man, this is.
They gotta get it done. They got to.
So I'm going. You've had 2 weeks to get ready, Hek'ma. They should be filmed out.
Yeah.
They should know everything.
You know what?
Dudes line up. Call out the play.
They should.
Brock, call out the audible. You call it out too.
They should.
Gotcha. That's what should be happening this week. So
there should be no way they should lose this
against
game.
the odds, again, gonna go with the Cowboys. So I'll just tell you right now. That's right now. I'm putting it out here now.
I love it.
Wednesday.
I love it.
So you come with me, Hek'ma. I know you want to.
You know what the thing is that we have a case to build throughout the week. I didn't think you would jump out the cake on Wednesday.
They did.
That's
Wednesday 226.
Hey, the sheet of integrity. He went against himself. Yeah, I mean,
jumped out the cake.
Absolutely.
Do you smell what the dog is cooking?
I don't know.
Come on. I know you want to. I know you want to.
No, the thing is, man, we got a lot of convincing to do in between now and Friday. I just,
You know what you want to do.
What is that? Go against the sheet of integrity?
That's right.
I did it against Detroit, man.
Come on, like Puff
I
Daddy.
did it against Detroit.
I tried to warn
Puff
y'all
Daddy
about
said,
that
"Come
one.
with me, come with me."
Oh,
come
no.
with me.
Well,
Get my cries, get my calls, get your ears.
First of all,
Come on now, come
you
with me.
started the whole thing
Come on
off
now.
wrong. You had me.
Come on now.
Then he starts off
I told you that we won't stop.
Ain't got me on tape.
Not gonna do it.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Get that dub this week.
I tell you what, Mike Zimmer's probably not slept for 2 weeks. Hey, that guy ain't slept a week.
Shouldn't. Jobs is on the line. They should be wide awake.
Then you're coming up against a scheme. You're coming up against a scheme, like you just said, man, that has so many different variations in the groupings that they use. Like, I understand. Like, when they're not playing with certain guys to give you confidence that, look, we should be able to get this.
You should.
But I still believe in that scheme. I still believe in we haven't seen anything change from the running game.
You can't let Mason go out there and wreck this game. Like, it just can't happen.
Okay.
Mason cannot go out there and wreck this game. All right, I can understand if McCaffrey was
I
back
can tell
there.
you, right over there, there's some people smoking weed because it's coming this way. We are truly in San Francisco. Hey, look, I'm standing here. I'm like, that's not cigarettes. That's weed. That's weed.
That's weed.
That's why he wants to go to San Francisco. I had to look that up. Now I know why he wants to go to San Francisco so much. I remember there was something out there. I was like, I need to go find that real quick.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
It took me a little bit, but I found it.
You know what? So
I'm telling you.
We had this talk yesterday before the media match, and Clarence was like, "I knew he's just a hater, knew it." I'm like, no, Clarence. First of all, Clarence, you set the standard, and then Chris tries to jump in. I was like, oh, sniper?
Yeah,
Chris is a straight up sniper, okay?
Yeah.
You sitting here thinking, cheer. So I'm just sitting here and showing I got bullets in my back.
Bro, that was 14 years ago. I remember that.
He know that.
That's why I'm in this chair.
That was like this month.
I love it,
in 2011. This month. So this Chris Kyle back here shooting down, just killing people, man.
That man knew he'd been to many a concert.
And let me tell you, so I've been at many concerts, and nobody was kicking it like they were over there. It was a 4 o'clock live shot.
Yeah.
So it was 2 o'clock out there. So 2 o'clock out there. It was some dudes by a rock. And me and my boy Juan were standing there, and after I was like,
yeah,
man, because it was the first live, it was 4 o'clock, so we about to be out here for 3 more hours. I'm like, dude, we may be baked out. I never smoked nothing in my life. I may be high as a kite because this is coming our way, and it is strong. I mean, this ain't something they bought us. They went home and handcrafted and put in whatever else, man, and mixed that thing up. And they came out here fired up, ready to go. I'm like, are they gonna have anything left for the game?
That man said, "Fix it up."
Boy, this is
2 o'clock. You gonna have anything left for the game?
That game's at like what, 7 o'clock?
Yes.
When's your live shot?
It was like
so this week.
So there's no live shots. I mean, now, I
wonder why.
The thing that was really bad, I felt bad about it because I married a woman from San Francisco, so I was there all the time, and
you
I
got used to the smell.
But I'm telling you, man, these dudes was hitting something different. What they had hit different, okay? I'm not Snoop or Cheech and Chong, but I knew what they had. In 3 hours, me and Juan was gonna be hungry, eating churros. We was gonna be killing it. You know how they got the little stands over there? They got the churros and hot dog. We was about to be eating.
Chris, thank you.
And so
Juan, man.
You're welcome, boys.
So Juan is okay. Juan's okay.
Sorry to interrupt the show.
And then so the problem was it got out there. So it went viral. And the San Francisco Chronicle wrote about it. And this was by McCovey Cove out there near the outfield. So next thing you know, man, they got police in McCovey Cove. They got police all around. It became like a story. And I'm like, I didn't mean to become a story. I was just a throwaway line. And then it was on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Then Bill O'Reilly. They're out in San Francisco. They've got problems out there. See these white weirdos? And then they got me, my idiot self up here. And I'm getting phone calls from people like, now I'm like on O'Reilly Factor, like I hate San Francisco. Like, nah, people, I'm here all the time. I'm with you guys. Smoke all you want, man. Smoke all you want, man. I'm all good.
That's no Reggie.
No Reggie. And then we went, and so later on that night, the game was there that night. It was game 1. Dude, we were in left field. We were getting smoked out in left field, man. They come ready.
I can't believe this is happening.
They come ready in San Fran. So this week, I don't expect it. It's in Santa Clara. It's a little different.
What is happening?
A little different.
Not McCovey Cove.
McCovey Cove, baby. And then people are trying to interview me. I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to do no interviews about this. I like San Francisco. I like it out here. I almost moved out there. Thought about moving to San Francisco, man. So
way to go, Chris. You drew us offsides, bro.
Offsides.
Sorry, boys.
Offsides. In the story,
a good laugh,
in the story like this, 2 years ago, I was at my kids' elementary school for career day, and they were like, "Oh, hey, here's Sophie's dad," and they're gonna play the video. They're gonna play this video, and that was it. And I said, "Hey, no, kids, no, we don't need any videos." Let me tell you about the time I hung out with Shaq and Kobe when I covered the Lakers, and I told that lady, I said, "Have you watched?" I said, "Have you watched this?" No, it was on YouTube. I'm like, this ain't the clip to be playing. You gonna get fired, and I'm getting phone calls. Can't be playing that for the elementary school.
For career day.
Right. Mommy, what's weed? Sophie's dad came to stuff like saw weed. Everybody about to get fired.
Smoking weed.
So this year they're like, oh, Dad, you doing career day? No, I'm good. I'm good. Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat. We're back after this.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Why am I sweating? Why am I sweating?
I knew it, man. Okay. All right. I'm gonna
Gotta get off this show. Bring me Everson back. They didn't do this to me, man.
Okay. All right.
I hate you guys.
All right. Cowboy Nation, it's time to get giving. It's time to get the giving season going. Tune in to see country music superstar Lainey Wilson and a special guest perform during the Salvation Army annual Red Kettle Kickoff halftime show this Thanksgiving on Fox. Every donation stays in the community to provide help and hope for those in need. So tune in to watch the Cowboys, Giants, and Lainey Wilson this Thanksgiving and give today at the Salvation Army, USA.org.
Thank you. That's not cigarettes. That's weed. That's weed.
Hey, man.
Man, I got a new drop for the show.
There it is, man. There it is.
So, the last time I was at training camp, NFL Network was out there.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good.
And one of the hosts looked at me. Come on, say it. No, I'm not saying it. Say it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I've never heard that one.
That people smoking that, so that's a drop. That's a LA drop. That's a drop they use in LA too. So. Right over there. Right over there.
Man, at least you got an Emmy.
Got an Emmy out of it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes. Yes, I do. I got an Emmy award for that one. So thank you very much, San Francisco. I love you. Left my heart in San Francisco.
Wow. That is funny. I'm telling you what.
Hey, man.
We've had moments. This is one. I like it. This is one.
You guys going to miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah, man. That right there, that's funny. Sometimes, that's funny.
Classic.
Cowboys taking on the 49ers this week in Santa Clara, California. It's legal out there.
It is.
It's legal in Denver.
Listen,
It's legal in a lot of places.
that was different. They went home.
They mixed it up.
I'm telling you, man. Telling you.
Oh, man.
I don't do that, but I will tell you, man, go see him. If you're going to do that, guys, go see him.
Newy.
I don't do it, but me and Juan are getting smoked out.
OG Juan.
Boy Juan.
Boy Juan.
Well, I mean, Juan wasn't complaining. Juan wasn't complaining.
Juan over the what's that fragrance?
Hey, yo.
Normally, I wait till the pregame meal, but I did go get some food. I want some churros.
Brother Juan, man.
What's them churros?
Shout out to Juan.
My boy Juan, man. Juan's not coming with me this weekend, unfortunately. Juan ain't coming.
Juan mad about that.
Yes. My boy Juan.
Oh, man. Come on, let's do this show, man.
We gotta get back.
Come on now, Chris. This is your fault.
Sniper.
Yeah, that's his fault,
the
boy.
Sniper. That is the sniper here. So our concern level right now at the D tackle spot, going up against the 49ers. Where are we at here? Because you got 2 weeks to get ready. I mean, they cannot sit up here and bust you for $150 or $140 with you 2 weeks ago. You have to be ready for this.
When it comes to the interior defensive line, I'm not as worried as I was when they went against Detroit. I'm not that worried. I would say from 1 to 10, I'm about a 6.5, 7 when it comes to the worry level of this interior defensive line. Because to me, San Francisco, they may be able to run the football, but I don't think they can solely run and beat you. Not in this game. If you had CMC, sure, but Mason, I don't think can go out there and hit you over the head for 200 some yards and beat you. I think it's gonna,
at least you hope.
At least I hope. And I think it's going to take more than just a running game to beat this Dallas team. In my opinion, Purdy's going to have to put the ball in the air, and that's where I think you can take advantage of this 49ers team. So to me, there's a slight worry. He may get over $120. He may get around $130, but I don't think that's going to be able to beat you, because I do think if this offense can get rolling, they can be able to put some points up on this San Francisco defense, and it's going to take more than a running game for the San Francisco team to beat you.
Look, I worry about this because you have not been able to stop the run, period. I mean, the Cowboys rank dead last in the statistical categories that matter. No team has made it to the Super Bowl with an offense that has been dead last in running and a defense that can't stop the run. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. I mean, you've had some teams like the 2015 Denver Broncos with Manning. That offense didn't have nothing. But what they had on the other side was superstars. And this team isn't built that way. And I think as you go into this week, the one thing that you're trying to find defensively is who is going to be that guy, as we just talked about, being leaders. Just who is the guy that can help this defensive front get stops? I mean, Osa Odighizuwa, it doesn't matter whether it's Mozzie Smith, Chauncey Golston, everybody has pulled the Harry Houdini disappearing act at one point.
Where's Osa been at?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We talk about Bob. Where's Osa been?
Conveniently
contract too.
Yeah, like what?
Conveniently absent at certain times, and I just think that's when you guys talk about the depth for San Francisco and the guys that are going to be missing. This is one of those contests that you say, look, guys, y'all should be up to the task because you know what they don't have. You've been facing these guys before when they've had all of their weapons, and you know what that task looks like. But look, Jordan Mason, they still have Trent. I go back to Trent Williams. To me, Trent Williams is the baddest left tackle in the NFL, and all of the other four guys feed off of that. Yeah. They follow behind him and the boombox when they come down on the field because they know what they're getting with him, right? And so this running game, no matter how it looks, no matter who's back there running, you still know that you have an offensive line that's going to be getting downhill and coming after you. And so I think when you have a Cowboys team that come and you have the tape, it's not like you don't have the tape to see what they look like against other offensive lines that don't have a stud left tackle, that have a bunch of guys. I mean, I don't think that anybody on the Saints, if you talk about the Saints offensive line, that there was one guy over there who was like, oh, my God, you got to watch out for this guy or that guy, you know. But Penei Sewell and Decker and Detroit, that was, again, I can't get over that. That's the lasting image in my head. The last time I seen my defense was against those guys. And so
best line in the league.
Yeah, it is.
Best line in the league. And so I look at San Francisco and his running game, and especially with Shanahan, and I'm like, he is going to, right now, the whole premise of their scheme is going to be, we're going to run the ball, guys. First down, second down, third down, and force these guys to stop us. And if they can, then good.
And I will say this, last time they went, against the Niners, CMC really didn't kill him like that. It was, the mix of Debo Samuel with these screens. Kyle Juszczyk over there with the screens a little bit. Reverse to Debo. CMC sprinkled here in there as well. To me, all they got, there's no other, secondary pieces that you can kind of have that extended run game with. It's Mason right now in the run game. Who you gonna pop up and throw that bubble screen to if Debo's not there? Who's gonna be that quick slant guy like Ayuk? He's not there. Kittle, he can damage you a little bit, but I don't think he's a guy that can beat you. And that's why I'm saying, to me, this to me is a very winnable game because I feel like they don't have the pieces that have in the past really damaged that Dallas Cowboys defense in the past. Like they had a reverse guy. They had a guy that can just throw a bubble screen and Debo make guys miss. He take it 60. They don't have that guy anymore. They got possession receivers that need routes, and they need Purdy to go ahead and dial it up. And I don't think he can do that right now.
I see.
You see the line? I'm starting.
You coming on over, man. Come on.
This is weird.
I don't know, man. I see it. It's matchups.
He's right here. You over there trying to hold out.
No, and the thing is, I'm trying to make sense, is that if I'm Shanahan, I don't even care about any bubble screens. I don't care about any reverses. I'm not trying to do a hook and ladder and all of that versus you guys. You won't see Trent Williams doing no hook and ladder Sunday night. They're going to line up and they're going to run downhill. It's not going to be one of those. They're not trying to trick bag you to death.
Because my thing is, what killed you in Baltimore? Henry killed you, but also the threat of Lamar Jackson was another reason that kind of killed you. When you look at Detroit, they had the best offensive line in a dual back that was just unbelievable in those two guys.
Right.
So to me, and then when you look at New Orleans, that was, Kamara went off, but also they hit the explosive plays. That went nuts on that situation. So to me, when you look at it, man, it's about matchups.
We're talking about Clarence and the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
The Longhorns do this weekend.
Yeah.
The Longhorns do this weekend.
They ain't do too good this week.
No,
it's all about matchups, man. I just don't see San Francisco having them.
So what have you seen? Just literally, what have you seen from Brock Purdy in this offense that is he still the same guy that you thought he was last year, and the guy that's working on this big contract as a quarterback? I
feel like he's a guy that he needs those pieces around to be unbelievable. Like we seen earlier this year, he was playing well. But now without it, he doesn't
Barry,
have
stop
it.
buying into this right now. You know where you want to go. You want to come with me. You want to come with me.
I said it since Monday. It's a winnable game.
It's right
Very
there, man.
winnable
It's right
game.
there. Don't let him try and talk you out of
Look,
hurting this way.
Isn't this a weird position to be in? It's a weird position to be in.
I'm just saying, you got the matchups. Your whole offense is healthy.
And this what really trips me out.
Hek'ma, it's time to go.
What trips me out about y'all is that y'all only talking this way because they have the injury. Y'all not,
if they was healthy, I would not be saying this.
Okay.
I'd be like,
Hek'ma,
it's Kurt. But
it's not who you play, it's when you play them. Right now, they got
the
problems.
matchups.
So there you go. So the sheet of integrity now from what we had, it's all changed. It's okay.
It ain't
We're going to end the show right there, man. We'll end the show right there, man. End the show right there. Barry Church. Thank you. Hek'ma Harrison. Thank you. Newy Scruggs. Thank you, Chris Beam, sniping from above. Appreciate you, Joshy Jazz. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 2 o'clock right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!